vaccine jumped off today, right? So I want to be real about it. First of all, everybody should take the vaccine, okay? Stop that bullshit about the vaccine. Right. Now on the flip side, I understand why black people don't want to take the vaccine. Black people don't want to take the goddamn vaccine because they don't trust your white ass. That's what it really comes down to. Black people do not trust what white people going to put in that goddamn vaccine because they don't watch white people destroy them over and over and over and over again. And if we ain't learned nothing from Nazi Germany, we learned that them Germans, they knew how to kill you right through their medical system. They was killing every injured, maimed, or paraplegic in the entire country. Was doping them up, killing them, doing all kinds of shit to them. So I understand how black people think, but take the goddamn vaccine shot. Stop listening to the conspiracy theorists out here telling you not to take the vaccine and all that. Man, listen. Let them run through them trials, finish what they got to do, and when the vaccine come around, don't even sweat that bullshit, man. You understand? The vaccine ain't worse than the crack era was. If you lived through the crack era, then all right, then you know the vaccine ain't worse.
Jeremiah chapter 1, verse 17. Thou therefore gird up thy loins and arise and speak unto them all that I command thee. Be not dismayed at their faces, lest I confound thee before them. For behold, I have made thee this day a defense city, and an iron pillar, and brazen walls, against the whole land, against the kings of Judah, against the princes thereof, against the priests thereof, and against the people of the land. And they shall fight against thee, but they shall not prevail against thee. For I am with thee, saith the Lord, to deliver thee. Giving all praises to the Most High through Yahanna, peace and blessings to the hopeful elect. And your brothers, we the vaccine and passed out right after it. Okay, she took the vaccine and passed out right after taking it. Tiffany Dover is her name. She was a nurse down in Tennessee. Took the vaccine and passed out. And from last I checked, people still have not heard from her. She hasn't updated her social media. She's MIA. There's shots of almost like a double, like a stand-in at the hospital that she worked in that's not speaking to anyone, but doesn't look like Tiffany Dover at all. Hank Aaron took the vaccine and passed away the next day. Hank Aaron's up out of here for 2021, starting off fresh with, Hebrew deaths for 2021. Got to get the party started early for these wicked witches and warlocks. Okay. The vaccine was developed within 9 months. Typically, it takes 3 to 5 years to develop a proper vaccine, right? This is not something that we should be sticking in our arms, and we definitely should not be putting our faith and putting our hope in Egypt, okay? We got to put our faith and our hope in the Most High, all right? There's rumors that this vaccine can alter your receptive DNA, all right? Which they say will cut off the quote-unquote God gene that allows you to hear from a higher power, from your consciousness. I mean, there's just so much speculation around this vaccine, and it's all for what? For a virus that has a 99.86% recovery rate. Okay? A vaccine is not even necessary. If you're sickly, if you're old, you're elderly, then you may be at higher risk. Okay? But yet and still, there is a 99.86% recovery rate. Why would you take a vaccine when chances are you're going to recover from it anyways? Everyone I've talked to that's had it, they've been down for a week and a half, 2 weeks tops, felt bad, bounced back. They're okay. Okay? There's people that I know that have died from it. I know one person, I should say, that has died from the virus. But this particular person also had underlying conditions. 3 or 4 different major diseases this person had that killed her off. So it wasn't COVID. COVID was just the icing on the cake for her. She was already living on borrowed time. Okay. So why we would put our trust in this system? And General Yahanna said it here, right? He contradicted himself. He said, you've been experimenting on us for years. You killed us. We know about the syphilis, the Tuskegee syphilis experiment, so on and so forth. Hey, man, we can't keep. That's the definition of insanity, to keep doing the same things over and over and expecting a different result. Okay. The virus started off as a European disease. As a matter of fact, there was memes going around on social media that my melanin is protecting me from the virus, right? Black people ain't getting the virus. We weren't getting it at first. Then all of a sudden, it turns into a disease for blacks and browns. How? Well, it was meant to be that, right? It was meant to be that way. Okay? So this vaccine could be developed, and then it could run rampant. It can alter DNA. It can kill you. It can make you ready, right? It can be a prelude to the actual mark of the beast. All right. Okay. There's rumors that there's actually microchips, nanotechnology within the vaccine itself. All right. I don't believe the vaccine itself is the mark, but the mark is going to be, it's not just a spiritual, like, the wickedness of this world, and that's the mark. No, it's going to be physical as well. Yes, you're going to need to, they're already setting it up. I did a video on vax passes. You're going to need vaccine passes to jump on airplanes, to go to concerts and sporting events, to go into certain stores pretty soon. All right, so they're setting it up for the mark of the beast. All right, it's a prelude to that. So why would you put that in your body? General Yahanna, you are a fat fuck and a false prophet for what you're telling these people. Okay? The Most High is going to deal with you. Okay? Ezekiel chapter 13. Let's go to Ezekiel. Ezekiel 13, I'll start at verse 1. And the word of the Most High came unto me, saying, Son of man, prophesy against the prophets of Israel, that prophesy, and say thou unto them that prophesy out of their own hearts, hear ye the word of the Almighty. Thus saith the Almighty Power, woe unto the foolish prophets that follow their own spirit and have seen nothing. Okay? Nothing. Verse 4. O Israel, thy prophets are like the foxes in the deserts. Ye have not gone up into the gaps, neither made up the hedge for the house of Israel to stand in the battle in the day of the Almighty. Like foxes in the desert. Sneaky. They're sly. They're slick. Right? Always contemplating. Always figuring out a way to scheme. Right? Foxes are very, very crafty. Okay? Like these false prophets. Very crafty. Right? On the take from the government, agents, right? But wear fringes. Say some words that you like on the street corners, right? Or in the classrooms, in the assemblies. Okay, but you gotta be discerning and watch exactly what these foxes are up to and what they're telling you, right? Verse 5. Ye have not gone up into the gaps, neither made up the hedge for the house of Israel to stand in the battle in the day of the Most High. They have seen vanity and lying divination, saith the Almighty. And the Almighty have not sent them, and they have made others to hope that they would confirm the word. Giving our people false hope, man. The world is not going to go back to normal. And Jacob, you shouldn't be praying and hoping that the world goes back to normal either. Okay? We ought to be praying for the end of this age and praying for 2 Ezra 6 and 9 to come into fruition. That this age is ended and Esau's reign is done and Jacob takes the throne. Okay? But we got to go through these birthing pains right now. All right? Have ye not seen a vain vision, and have ye not spoken a lying divination? Whereas he saith, the Lord saith it, albeit I have not spoken. Okay. All right. Therefore, thus saith the Almighty Power, because ye have spoken vanity and seen lies, therefore, behold, I am against you, saith the Almighty. And he is against you, General Yahanna. And any other false prophet out there teaching and saying that we ought to be taking that vaccination. Okay? That is a lie. Be warned, Israel. Do not listen to this man. Okay? Do not get that needle stuck in your arm. All right? Things are heating up. And hey, the devil has but just a little bit of time. So he's coming out in wrath. They don't even give a damn no more. They just putting it all out in your face. They just finessed the whole election and just stole it right in front of your face. Armed guards right in at the Capitol in D.C. If there is a duly elected president, why do you need 9,500 armed guards, armed army men, right? National Guard at the Capitol. This isn't. We're underneath. It's a whole new regime right now. Tyranny is taking place. Tyranny is right here at our doorstep, right? And pretty soon, those floods are going to be coming after Israel, right? Like it says in Revelation chapter 12, right? The dragon opened her mouth like a flood to come after the woman, right? To come after us is here. And we got agents like this telling you to fall right into Esau's hands and to put his demonic vaccine in your arms. Okay? Don't listen to this man. Okay? Let's get a couple more scriptures. Let's go to 1 John. 1 John chapter 4 and 1. Beloved, believe not every spirit, but try the spirits, whether they are of the Most High, because many false prophets are gone out into the world. There's a lot of false prophets out here, especially in this time. Okay? Because, hey, it's a new nation being born, right? And they're just trying to go ahead and the enemy is trying to snatch up this newborn nation, you new folks to the truth, you babes that may have just came into the truth. They're trying to snatch you up right now, right? And not let you come into the fruition of your growth in this walk and in this truth, right? But to have you cast aside, to have you devoured, right? Satan goes about as a roaring lion, seeking whom he may devour. You look at the lions on the savannah, they don't necessarily go after the biggest water buffalo, right? The biggest, strongest zebras or gazelles. They go after the weak. They go after the babes. They go after the easy catch, okay? And that's what Satan and his minions are doing right now. And Satan is using General Yahanna, okay? That's just the plain truth of the matter, right? Matthew 7:15. Beware of false prophets, which come to you in sheep's clothing, but inwardly they are ravening wolves, right? Ravening wolves on a hunt for the simple, on a hunt for the babes in this truth, to lead you to destruction. Why is this man telling people to take this vaccine? After contradicting himself, saying, hey, black folks don't trust y'all, white folks. We know what you did to us, so on and so forth. Yeah, nigga, so that's the reason why we shouldn't be taking the vaccine. Second Peter 2:1. But there were false prophets also among the people, even as there shall be false teachers among you, who privately shall bring in damnable heresies, even denying the Almighty that brought them, and bring upon themselves swift destruction. Okay? These false prophets, you false prophets, you're going to pay for misleading the flock. You're going to pay for sowing the seeds of Esau's deception within the ranks of the flock. within the ranks of Yasha'al. Okay? Most High's going to deal with you swiftly. Right? Romans 16 and 18. For they that are such serve not our master, Yahawashi HaMashiach, but their own belly, and by good words and fair speeches deceive the hearts of the simple. All right? You got some simple brothers and sisters that's going to go out and take that mark and listen to this man. Right? As opposed to following what the spirit is telling them, they're going to listen to General Yahanna and get devoured, man. Okay? So with that, I hope this has been edifying. I just wanted to go ahead and shed a little bit of light on this, rebuke this fat fucking false prophet, and shed some light as to what's really happening. Don't take the vaccine or the Maxine. I don't think we can even say vaccine online these days. Don't take that injection. Right? Have your head on the swivel. Watch as well as pray. Right? Pray that you're delivered. Pray the Spirit works with you, and that you avoid and not adhere to these false prophets. Right? Keep your brothers and sisters in prayer as well. And with that, peace and blessings to the hopeful elect. Shalom. False prophets. All right. Keep your brothers and sisters in prayer as well. And with that, peace and blessings to the hopeful elect. Shalom.